What's going on? It's your boy Beaver, man. We are here back to talk about the NBA Finals. The Heat versus the Nuggets, baby. Let's talk about it. The Denver Nuggets look to complete their dominant path to an NBA championship. Going 12-3, losing 2 to the Suns and 1 to the Timberwolves, and sweeping the Lakers, who were the best defensive team in this entire playoffs. And on the contrary, the Heat have battled their way, clawed their way, played, I think, what? I don't know how many more games they played than the Nuggets, but they had a 7-game series against the Celtics. They beat the Knicks in pretty convincing fashion. And then they took care of the Bucks in the first round pretty convincingly. Yes, you can talk about the Giannis injury, whatever this, whatever that. That I'm not taking away from the Heat winning that series. The Heat are here. A lot of people calling them the underdogs or this and that. That does not matter anymore. There's only 2 teams left. You can't bring up the seeding anymore. That doesn't matter. The Nuggets don't care if they're a playing team. They're playing them the same way. Both teams are playing to win, and both teams have been playing absolutely amazing. That is the reason why they are here. So no more underdog narratives. No more this team's a play-in. No, they are a championship level team. And I'm going to hold them to that standard. But there are three matchups to me, in my opinion, that are key to this series. And I'm going to talk about it. The first of those is Bam Adebayo on Nikola Jokic. Now, we see that the Nuggets just recently came off a sweep of the Lakers. And he was going at Anthony Davis the entire time. The entire time. And I think some may say Anthony Davis is a better defender than Bam Adebayo, whatever the case may be. But the fact of the matter is they're both similar defenders in the fact that they're versatile. They're good paint protectors. Bam Adebayo isn't. Let me retract that a little bit. Anthony Davis is far better the paint protector than Bam Adebayo is. But they're both versatile defenders. And Jokic absolutely went at Anthony Davis. But what scares me most is not the playmaking, is not the shot making, is not, any of the offensive things. It's the rebounding. Nikola Jokic rebounded over Anthony Davis as if he was a small forward. Nikola Jokic was getting offensive rebounds, it felt like nearly every time he missed a layup. And if he's doing that to Anthony Davis, what will he do to Bam Adebayo? Anthony Davis is one of the best rebounders in the league. And Bam Adebayo is notorious for not being as such for his position. So if the Nuggets, along with being one of the most efficient offenses, which I'm going to get to, if they can get second chances on their misses, it's looking scary. And that brings me to the next matchup, which is roles reversed. It's Aaron Gordon on Jimmy Butler. As we see, Jimmy Butler has been frying the entire playoffs. But last series, even though he had a great series, it was nothing compared to the other two. With throwing Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams, Jason Tatum, even though he still did very good, you can see that the wings, compared to the wings of the Knicks, the wings of the Bucks, which essentially he had Drew Holiday guarding him a lot, they bothered him a little bit. They forced him into tough shots. And Aaron Gordon is a very versatile defender. In the first round, he guarded Karl Anthony Towns a lot. He had that assignment. In the second round, he had the Kevin Durant assignment and did a pretty good job chasing him. Even though you're not stopping Kevin Durant, he forced him into tough shots, a couple turnovers, and the same with LeBron James. So, that's going to be a very interesting matchup. Can Aaron Gordon not stop? Because at the end of the day, Jimmy Butler is going to draw fouls. Jimmy Butler is going to make some shots. Can he slow down and aggravate and bother Jimmy Butler? That is key in this series. Because can the Heat depend on another series from Caleb Martin as they just did? We don't know. Can can Bam Adebayo step up offensively? We don't know. Can the Heat continue to keep up with their marvelous shooting? We don't know. But what we do know is the shots. We're going to get the 20, 21, 22 shots from Jimmy Butler. And how are they going to look? And now the third of my key matchups. Gabe Vincent on Jamal Murray. Now we see in every series that the reason Jamal Murray has cooked so much is that he's roaming off the ball. He's allowing Jokic to be Jokic, and he can still score on his own, but he's roaming. He's running around off ball screens. He's running around off drop screens. He's just roaming, going all over the place. He's wild. And Dennis Schroeder, who did a good job chasing Stephen Curry in this series, couldn't do it to Jamal Murray, because when you have a playmaker such as Jokic, when you have other shooters that need attention, Jamal Murray was able to get his shots, and even the shots in which he was well defended, he was making them. Jamal Murray is a tough shot taker and a tough shot maker. But Gabe Vincent is someone who, like I said, he's a better defender than Dennis Schroeder. He's going to be able to chase Jamal Murray a little bit better. But that brings me to the defense. The Heat aren't going to be able to run a zone against the Denver Nuggets. They're not. Simple as that. They may have moments when they can. But the Denver Nuggets essentially have 5 people at all times that can hit a three-point shot. Anybody that's on the court, maybe except Jeff Green, but even he can hit a shot if needed, if called upon, if wide open. Bruce Bowen might be their weakest shooter, but even you wouldn't let him open as you wouldn't give him the kind of Ben Simmons treatment. You wouldn't isolate him, and you isolate some of the guys from the Knicks, from the Bucks. You're not able to do that with the Nuggets, and that's the dangerous part of this team. But of course, we're gonna see in game 1 what's Spoelstra's reaction to the Nuggets' great shooting, because I don't think it can beat the zone. Nikola Jokic is going to eat the zone alive, so that's going to bring them into one-on-one matchups in which the Nuggets are going to do a lot of pick and rolls, and that brings me to the fact that the Heat in Game 7 against the Boston Celtics switched heavily. They switched on almost every single screen. And it's up to the Denver Nuggets to see whether or not they're going to take advantage of those mismatches. Because Aaron Gordon, even though he may play the 3 at times, the 4, he's almost always going to be bigger than the person guarding him. Faster than the person guarding him, if it is a bigger guy. If it is a point guard, he is stronger than him. Aaron Gordon, to me, is one of the X factors, along with Michael Porter Jr., for the Nuggets. We know what we're going to get from Jokic. I'm sorry, Bam Adebayo, but he's not going to be able to stop Jokic. Slow him down a little bit, maybe, but we've seen what Jokic did to Anthony Davis. At this point, he is just dominant. He is just better. Jamal Murray, also, we know what we're going to get from him. He has been amazing in his entire career throughout the playoffs. He seems to just rise above the occasion every single time. To me, the X factors in this series are the guys, such as your Michael Porter Jr.'s, your Aaron Gordon's, and for the Miami Heat, it's all your shooters. It's the Max Struses, it's the Duncan Robinsons, it's the Caleb Martins, it's the Gabe Vincents. If Tyler Hero can come back, it's Tyler Hero. Because we know if he comes back, he's not going to be 100%. But they're going to call upon him to make some shots. But if Caleb Martin can continue his run, can continue playing as he just did against the Boston Celtics, which to me shouldn't be that hard, because it's not as if he was isoing the whole time. It's not as if he was just shooting 30 shots to get to this. He was hitting his open threes. He was hitting contested threes. He was backdoor cutting. He was jumping for offensive rebounds and putting them back up. He was scrapping. And that's not going to change. If not, it's going to be even more intensified in the NBA Finals. So who do I have in this series? And I know my guy Kenny's going to hate this, but I have the Denver Nuggets. They've been dominant every step of the way. And the Miami Heat, whose forte is their defense, The Denver Nuggets just swept the #1 defense in the playoffs. They just swept a team full of lengthy guys such as Anthony Davis, such as Rui Hachimura, such as Jared Vanderbilt. Guys who are really good defenders. Like, it's going to be hard to stop Jokic. He's averaging a 30-point triple-double right now with 13 rebounds. Jamal Murray is shooting like 48 from the field, 40% from three, and like 95% from the free throw line with like 30 points per game. How do you stop this duo? It's going to be hard. The Miami Heat are going to have to throw a lot of different looks at Jamal Murray. But regarding Jokic, Bam Adebayo cannot stop him. I'm sorry. But it's going to be a very interesting... It's going to be a good series. A very, very good series. I'm excited for it. I know a lot of people wanted the Celtics. They wanted Celtics, Lakers, whatever the case. This is a great series. These are two teams that are going to play until the last whistle. These, like, as funny as it sounds, these are teams that have down 20. They are still going to run their starters out there and try to come back because this is the NBA Finals. It seems that at times that the Boston Celtics did not have that urgency. That they can be eliminated. Down 2-0. They were Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum were on the bench in the fourth quarter because they were down. Neither the Heat or the Nuggets are going to do that. We're going to have an amazing series. A highly competitive, great series. Not to mention the coaching of Mike Malone and Eric Spoelstra, both guys who are absolute maestros, both guys who are going to make adjustments, both guys who are going to push their players, both guys who are going to mix in rotations and throw different looks at everybody. So we're going to see a lot of adjustments throughout this entire series. We're going to see a lot of defensive switches, a lot of mixing between zone and man and zone. It's going to be an amazing series. Like, I feel bad for the guys that are looking at this series in a negative light because these aren't two of the most high jersey selling teams, because these aren't two of the most exciting, sexiest named teams. This series is going to be amazing. Like, these are two teams who, like, literally everybody on the court is contributing. You can't sag off of anybody on the court on either team. The Heat have 5 guys in double digits with Duncan Robinson averaging like 9.5, so basically 6. The Nuggets have 6. These are both guys. Their front 6 guys from the Nuggets is what you're going to see the entire series, with some spot minutes from maybe Jeff Green, Christian Braun. And the same with the Heat. You're going to get your spot minutes from Kevin Love, from Haywood. Like, I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but I am excited. Come back here as I'm going to do more chats, kind of like 10-minute, maybe not as long as this, more like 10-minute videos, just talking about reacting to the games, because this is it. For the NBA season, this is it. So tune back in. I'm going to be posting on TikTok, Instagram, here on YouTube. I'm going to be tweeting as well, so make sure you follow all of my platforms. I'm probably going to have a barrier right here so you can see. It's been your boy B-Riv. God bless. See ya.